host on Ramesh channel. Today is day 25th in my ServiceNow CAD exam preparation series, and today the topic is schedule script execution. Let's look into what is that schedule script execution. These scripts are available to the system to run on a schedule without needing a user transaction. So let's look into the mirror diagram I put together to go over and find out a little bit more in-depth details about what is the schedule script execution is all about. Let's look into this mirror diagram to understand a little bit more detail view of the schedule script execution and its components. First, look at configuration of scheduled script execution. So we need to create a scheduled job. We do that in the studio, and then we define triggers like when exactly this script should execute, and then we will write the script content in the creating a scheduled job. So this we will do in the studio. We'll set up a job name and the description, and then we will put the frequency when this script should execute on a which schedule. For example, weekly, daily, hourly. We can schedule that the frequency, and then what is the condition that this script should execute. Then script content. This is where exactly the purpose of the script will be there, the logic to do something, whatever that it may be. We'll look into the use cases here. So why we run this script execution? So one example could be automated data cleanup to regularly delete old records for so let's say, for example, the log records. You don't want to keep old records. You could do a scheduled job to archive the old records. That's a good example. And then we can send notifications on a schedule. So schedule notifications for sending weekly reports to stakeholders, and then data synchronization to import data from external resources, and then performance monitoring to regularly check system health metrics. Those are very good examples, but there are many other ways we can use the scheduled script execution. And then once you have set up something like that, we need to look at a ServiceNow administrator will look at the status of these jobs. So these jobs that the logs can be checked from system logs, and then in the script log statements, we can go and look at it. When these scripts are executed, we'll come to know what happened. If it failed, if it's successful, if it is successful, what is the message? Based on what we configure, we will look into that. And then if something is running, then we can go into the system scheduler, and then we can look at what is running currently. And what type of issues that can happen, right? And these are the common scenarios like script errors. Even though we thoroughly test these scripts during the development process, the scripts can fail for many reasons. The one thing is the logic. Even though we write logic efficiently, there may be some data scenarios that won't fit into that logic, and the script probably fail in that particular scenario. So once we know that something is failing like that, if the exception handling is not great, then we have to introduce some additional exceptional handling after we look into that. And then timing conflicts. This is also one regular scenario. If two scripts are accessing the same data tables, and then one script has to process it and it takes a long time, say for example 10-15 minutes, the other script that is supposed to be executed at the same time will have to wait. And if it waits for a long time, there may be a situation the script's execution time passed, and then it won't execute at that certain time, and then it has to wait for the next scheduled run. Say for example, if it is executing every hourly, and if it is failed to execute because of this contention, then it has to wait for the next 1 hour to execute. That is one scenario. And then job status monitoring, as I said, we can go and check the logs what happened and then see if there are any error messages. So that is about this, and we'll go into the PDI and look at a quick one example where to create, how we can run it and test it. I logged into my personal developer instance. Let me go to the studio. Here is the studio. I'm opening my Boston Ramesh application here. So after opening the application, to add a scheduled script execution, you just have to create application, to click on that create application file, and then type in script scheduled. Then you will see a bunch of items filtered here. This is the one, scheduled script execution. So if you see the definition here, scripts available to the system to run on a schedule without needing a user transaction. So when you open this, so what we are looking at here is, this is basically a job, right? A job runs on a schedule. So you will give a name, and you either want to make it active, or if it is already active, you can deactivate. And which application it is. By default, it is selected, because the application is where we started looking at it. And a condition. This is basically if you wanted to have a specific condition. Um, that is a condition that you say, for example, if XYZ user is the logged in user, do this. That's a condition you can put it. But I'm not doing anything right now. Then run, it is daily, weekly, monthly, periodically, once on demand, and business calendar, entry start and entry end. And then time zone, I'm in US Eastern, then I'm going to select that one. If somebody is in India, they would select a different one. And this is a 24-hour time period. This is hours, minutes, and seconds. So if it is 23 hours, then it's basically you're talking about 11 o'clock in the night. And then you write the script. Okay. Now, because I already created one, I'm gonna go and open it and show you. This is called Boston Ramesh Application Health Scan. So I just named it. Just sounds good to me. Daily, it runs daily at US Eastern time, at every time at 12 o'clock, every 12 hours basically. Mm, um, and then this is the script I put in here. So the idea here is, this script should run for every 12 hours. And then what it does, it is going to create a query against the incident table, and then ask for, give me all the incidents that are of the priority 1. And then once it gets the result, it will process, loops through it, and then writes a simple statement. This is Ramesh application update in the work notes for these rows. And then it will provide, it will update, it will update, and as well as it will enter a log in the log file saying that Ramesh updated high priority incidents work notes with, and this is the Ramesh application update. I just updated the code a little bit. If you see, I wanted to know how many records are updated, so I put a variable here, update count, and then added how many times it is being updated. So based on that, I know how many records are updated. So updated work notes for this many number of records with high priority incidents. So this is a mesh application update. If there is nothing is updated, then after the execution, I'm going to write no high priority incidents found. Okay, and then I'm going to do the update. Now the question is, because it is going to run on schedule of every 12 hours, should we wait to test it? No, we don't have to. So ServiceNow offers this execute now. That means you can go ahead and test it. Let's go ahead and execute it and see what happens. So I just executed. So that means we need to go back into the logs and look at what happened. So I'm back into the PDI's original homepage, and then I'm looking for system logs. And I would like to see, usually, we can check for script log statements. Click on the script log statements. I couldn't really find anything, but I want to go look at all the system logs. If there is anything updated here, created. All right, so is there anything called Ramesh here? Yeah. So how many work notes for 29 high priority incidents were updated? So that's with the work notes. This is Ramesh application. If I look at it, so this tells me when did this run, what is the application, which is SNC Boston Ramesh, schedule script. This is a script, schedule script execution. And then if I just click on it, so that is the one that we have the script, and then the message is this. So what I wanted to do is just to quickly check which incidents were updated. Then I'm going to look for this incidents dot list. Or maybe I just open here only. Sorry, incident dot list. So how with I wanted to just update it, just now updated, right? So I want to update. All right. So these are all critical ones. Let me open the first one, see if this is updated, because it's what I'm trying to. So if you look, come from here, yep, this is Ramesh application update. Updated the priority to high based on criticality of the incident. But this is the one I'm talking about. The script execution is updating. So that is one example. We can open another incident just for sake of it. So that is it. So this updated 29 records. So that's the script execution. And just look at the scheduler. So this is the scheduler. This is where we are looking at what are the scheduled jobs for today. So as you see here, these are all the jobs. Basically this is the schedule. These many jobs are scheduled for today. Most of them are ready in ready state, but some of them may be, because it is today's scheduled jobs, so a lot of them, I think most of them are in ready state. But if you go to scheduled jobs, then some of them are in the ready state. The trigger type is run once. That means it just runs once every day, whatever the schedule is. I'm going to just look at if there is any other option here. No, everything is scheduled jobs. So basically everything is ready. So if it is ready and in the red color, that means it's probably missed to execute, and the trigger type is disabled. So that must be something. It's daily, it's a repeat. If you go back, go to the next level here. So everything in the ready state. There's nothing really missed anything, right? So if there are any schedules, yeah, these are all the schedules. Scheduled jobs logs. This is all the logs that we are talking about. Yep, that's all. I think we don't really have to go deeper than that. In the exam, you probably have to remember these areas. The questions may come in this particular space. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked this topic. And in the day 26th, in the next video, I'll be covering the events, notifications, and then a few other topics regarding job schedulings.